please advise if you can hear me and see me clearly. Okay, that's all I want to know. And off we go now on our journey together. Today we continue speaking about the anatomy of experience. Today is part 2, navigating reality through centers of awareness. And today we are going to talk about the center of awareness that expresses itself as sensuality, renewal, and flow. So sensuality, renewal, and flow. Please let me know that you can hear me clearly and that everything is clear. Sandhya Gupta, thank you for joining from Delhi. Shraddha Adukia, you're there. Oh, good to see you again. Punacha Machaya, good morning. And all my friends, good morning. I'm continuing with our discussion today on the center of awareness or center of consciousness that has to do with sensuality, renewal, and flow. Now, of course, if you want to follow the thread that we've been engaging in, then I would like you to go back to the previous videos in this series, including the ones on existential anxiety, overcoming the fear of death, the whole series on infinite love, and also the whole series on understanding the mystery of birth, death, and life. And so I don't want to repeat myself, but everything I'm saying is based on the understanding that matter is not the ontological primitive of the universe. It is consciousness, which is the ontological primitive of the universe. So current atheism, including the militant atheism of Richard Dawkins and his tribe, is based on the philosophy of naive realism, and we've already discussed that naive realism really doesn't work because the atoms and molecules and force fields, which are the human constructs for modes of human experiences, do not explain experiences themselves. So everything that we know about so-called matter, that doesn't explain how we experience anything. Perception, images, feelings, thoughts, we've gone over that. So, atheism is based on that understanding of matter as the ontological primitive, when in fact no one has access to a substance called matter, no scientist, no philosopher, no thinker, no human being, no sentient being has ever had access to a substance called matter. Matter is a human construct for the interpretation of experience. And the experience ultimately is what we've always said: sensations, sense perceptions, images, feelings, thoughts, and stories built around a very fundamental raw experience of qualia. Awareness is vibrating as qualia, and everything else is a story. And awareness is not personal. In fact, the person is a process in awareness. So that which we call a person, and that which we call objects, that which we call the theater of space-time and causality, are actually a process in infinite awareness. We've done this before, so we don't want to go further in just going back over material we've covered before. So today let's talk about the anatomy of experience, part 2, navigating reality through the second center of awareness. Now today I'm going to ask your indulgence to actually introduce some terms in Sanskrit which are actually more useful because there's no exact equivalent in English or any other language for the nuances of meaning that we have in Sanskrit. So the second center of awareness is frequently referred to as the second chakra or the Sacral Chakra. So think of the sacrum above the root chakra, sacrum. Think of a wheel, spinning wheel, and it is basically the metaphorical expression of awareness and states of awareness. Okay, so awareness is fundamental, states of awareness is the spinning wheel. And states of awareness are qualia. Qualia are qualities of awareness. So what we call centers of awareness, which have certain motifs and certain themes and certain themes, motifs, archetypal patterns, stories, states of energy, states of information. I think the best word we can use is not energy, not information, but states of the matrix of impulses of intelligence. And these impulses of intelligence generate modes of knowing. Okay? So a thought is an impulse of intelligence. An impulse of intelligence. What is intelligence? That which is organizing energy and information into the experience of space-time and matter, the theater of space-time and matter, or what we call the theater of space-time and matter, when in fact these are all projections of states of awareness. And these states of awareness are actually modes of knowing, which we can also call qualia or qualities of awareness. Now, to go to this Sanskrit part of it. Okay, so hi Subhash from Sri Lanka. Nice to meet you. So now let's go to the Sanskrit terminology of all these expressions that I've used. So the second center of awareness is referred to as the Swadhisthana Chakra. Swadhisthana Chakra. It's also referred to as the Sacral Chakra. The Tattva. Now this is a new term I'm introducing. Tattva. T-A-T-T-V-A. Tattva refers to the essence of knowing. Tattva also refers to the principle of knowing. So Tattva also refers to qualities of awareness that are modes of knowing. Tattva. Thatness, the essence of knowing. So the first center of awareness, the essence of knowing, the mode of knowing, was smell, the earthiness of existence, the solidity of existence, access through particulate matter that's available from particle to galaxy. Okay, and we know matter through smelling, because smell is informed by everything that goes before it. Taste and sight and sensation and sound and thought and feeling and emotion, imagination. The first chakra deals with matter or solidity or earth. And the essence of knowing, that, the tattva, is smell. But today, in the second chakra, the essence of knowing is taste or water. The tattva itself, the quality or the essence of the mode of existence that we are accessing today is water. Yesterday was earth. Water means anything liquid. Anything liquid. Okay? Now, that's the tattva, the essence, the principle, the knowing as the experience that we call liquid or water. Yesterday we discussed the experience that we call earth or solidity. And the Jnanendra, the sense, Jnanendra. Jnan means knowledge. The means of knowing. Jnanendra is the means of knowing that which we know, which is a quality of awareness. That Jnanendra is a sense experience. So yesterday we discussed the sense experience that we call smell. Today we are discussing the sense experience that we call taste. And taste is only possible if there is liquidity as an experience. Okay, and by liquidity we today are referring to the experience of water. Water as the essential mode of that which we know, and the mode of knowing that is taste. Okay, so taste is the Jnanendra. Jnan, knowledge. Nendra, the sense of knowing that gives us that knowledge. Okay? And then, of course, there's a mantra attached to it. And the mantra is the sound of the sacred sound. The Bij mantra, Bij means seed. The seed of the full mantra, which you don't have to know if you don't want to, but the seed of that sound, the seed mantra, is basically an anchor for that particular mode of knowing. Okay? And so the mantra for today is BAM, B-A-M. Yesterday the mantra was LAM, L-A-M, BAM. The color yesterday for the root chakra was red. Today the color is orange. We're moving up the spectrum of the light of awareness, okay, from the gross to the subtle to the most subtle and then to the transcendent. And this is a very important mapping that will allow us to know it the way the wisdom traditions have known reality. So today I'd like to introduce a few more terms. So the first, I've already introduced the term Swadhisthana Chakra, Sacral Chakra, but I've introduced the term Tattva, Bij Mantra, Jnanendra, and now I want to introduce 3 other terms. And I promise I won't go further into detail. We wanted the experience and we want to understand the logic of the experience. That's all. Okay, this mapping is the logic of the experience. So I want to introduce 3 terms. Tantra, or what is called Tantra in the West, but the original pronunciation is Tantra, like mantra, like Yantra. So Tantra. Tra always refers to some kind of technology, instrument. But Tantra, as used in this understanding of reality, the anatomy of experience, refers to modalities and techniques and modes of knowing an experience. And Tantra is part of a tradition in Kashmir Shaivism and Vedanta and in Ayurveda and in also what do we call it, Vedanta, Kashmir Shaivism, non-dual philosophies. The Tantra refers or Tantric techniques refer to rituals and procedures for localizing the non-local infinite awareness, techniques for localizing and channeling what are usually referred to as states of energy or even information. I don't like that term, so I am saying today to you, and that actually Tantra is, or Tantra as it's called in the West, is all the techniques, all the rituals, all the procedures, all the technologies for modes of knowing. In the West, people have been used to interpreting Tantra as Tantric Sex. Okay, so Tantric Sex is a mode of experiencing the sacred spirit through certain rituals, procedures, being fully mindful and aware during the experience of sexuality, seeing the connection between the energies of sexuality and the energies of spirituality, such as excitement and passion and arousal. Arousal is a big one. Arousal for anything, not only sexual experience, but arousal for the passion of God, arousal for the experience of art, music, etc. So anytime you're feeling aroused, passionate, excited, enthusiastic, one with God, inspired in spirit, you're actually evoking sensuality, renewal, and flow as well today. Okay, so Tantra is rituals and procedures and technologies and techniques that we experience through the practice of yoga and pranayam and dharana and dhyan and samadhi and withdrawal of the senses, pratyahara, and all the 8 limbs of yoga. They're in a way connected to tantric rituals. Okay, channeling impulses of intelligence, not information, not energy. We can use those too. But I like the word impulse of intelligence because, and by the way, that was introduced to me by Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, my teacher. And impulse of intelligence is the organization of information, energy, and also matter, or what we call matter, and space-time. Okay, so Tantra, wow, it's a huge body of technology, some of which we'll explore here. Maybe we'll explore many, even beyond the usual yoga practices and the usual mindful awareness practices. We can go way deep into Tantra, or Tantra as it's called, as it unfolds. And then the second term in the same body of literature that goes along with Tantra is a Sanskrit word called Yantra. So Tantra, Yantra. Yantra refers to instruments or means or instruments, means, modalities. I think the best word is instrument. And yantra very frequently refers in Tibetan paintings to these elaborate paintings, tantric paintings, or also the paintings by Buddhist monks that show different states of awareness. And yantras are used as visual instruments to evoke the same tattvas or modes of knowing, yantras. Okay, so you're familiar with yantras. And go on the internet and look up amazing yantras in Tibetan art. And then, of course, the most famous yantra in Vedanta and Ayurveda is something called Sri Yantra. Sri Yantra. Shraddha Adukya wants after death journey. Where have you been? I did 15 videos on the after death journey. Shraddha, please go back and look them up. Okay, so sorry for the interrupt. Tantra Yantra. Sri Yantra is one of the most famous yantras in all of Vedanta and in all of yoga. And Sri Yantra is the look of the visual expression of the mantra Om. The sound is Om and the visual expression is Sri Yantra. And there are many kinds of yantras, but yantras are visual and other instruments, including music, okay, including anything. But any instrument that you can see or experience through the senses that triggers a mode of knowing. I hope this is clear. Okay, so that's yantra. And then the third expression, we already used it, mantra. Mantra means the sacred sound, which is actually related to a thought of the divine or an aspect of the divine. An aspect is a good word. An aspect of divine mode of intelligence, divine impulse of intelligence in the matrix of all intelligence or all knowing. Okay, so now we've introduced so many terms. Swadhisthana Chakra, Tattva, Mantra, Yantra. So now what is the second center of awareness? Let's call it just that, second center of awareness. And what are the modes of knowing or experience is this second center of awareness associated with? Well, it's associated with movement and flow, right? Flow. Liquid flows, water flows. And so the associations of the second center of awareness are circulation of blood, circulation of body fluids, secretions and excretions. That includes hormones, the secretion of hormones, the secretion of neuropeptides, and the flow of neuropeptides. If we want to use Western terms, the activity of even the immune system here, the experience of the sexual activity and the organs associated with them, testes, ovaries. It's therefore, obviously, the second center of awareness is associated with sensuality and with sexuality, with desire, with aspirations, with recreation, not the same old recycling of same old karmic baggage, but recreation, and therefore renewal, and therefore creativity. So you see, this second center of awareness is a very significant center of awareness because it embodies sexuality, sensuality, renewal, flow, circulation, taste, desire, all of that. Okay? So what is the tattva of the second center of awareness? Liquid, water. What is the bij mantra? Now that we've explained mantra, okay, it is vam, the sound vam. And what is the Gyanendra? What is the Gyanendra? The mode of knowing, taste. With taste we experience anything that's liquid and all the associations of liquidity and flow, such as circulation of blood, fluids, hormones, ovaries, testes, sexual activity, sensual activity, spiritual excitement, desire, recreation, reset, flexibility, all of that renewal and creativity is embodied in the second center of awareness. So look at that as the genetic code of consciousness, the genetic code of consciousness for the second center of awareness. And now it's very easy to embody that as a simple meditation, very simple meditation. So once again, keep your eyes open, soft eyes, be engulfed in the space of awareness, this so-called cyberspace that we are all in, soft eyes, be engulfed. We are all in that space right now. Let's call that the theater of space-time and causality. And beyond that, even beyond that, is the transcendent field of all possibilities, pure consciousness, the ultimate ground of all existence. Okay, so keep your eyes half open, soft eyes, and just for a few moments, observe your breath. Breath is the finest sensation and the interface between consciousness and biology. So just observe the breath. And if you observe the breath and breathe through the abdomen, breathe deeply, the breath will slow down. Okay. Now move your awareness to the second chakra, the second center of awareness, the sacrum, the wheel. Introduce as an image over there in the wheel the color orange. Mentally start to repeat the Bij mantra. What is it? Bum, bum, bum. Hold still with your spine erect and let the second center of awareness, Swadhisthana chakra, vibrate. The color, remember, is orange. The vibration, remember, is Bam. The Gyanendra, the sense of knowing is taste, liquid. And the essence of that which is known is water, tattva. Once again, be centered in the second chakra, the second center of awareness. Visualize the color orange. Think the sound, the mantra, Bum, bum. And pay attention to the experience of taste and what is experienced as flowing liquid. That's the meditation. Okay. The sound, which is the mantra, tattva. Tattva is the essence of that which we are knowing. Tantra is the technique. Today we didn't use a yantra, but your yantra could be a deity. Your yantra could be a motif, an expression of higher consciousness. So you could visualize that or some other yantra if you wanted to do it. And we have the process now of activating the second center of awareness in order to explore a particular mode of awareness, in order to consciously experience a particular knowing and experience that we call reality. Tattva, the essence of that reality. So I know today too many terms, and yeah, Shraddha, you're right, Ekam. Gina says, I'm fearful of abandoning my faith. No, you're not. You're fearful of abandoning your beliefs, cover-ups of insecurity. Faith is trusting yourself, without which that trusting yourself, the self of the individual, which is also the self of the universe, that is faith. Step into the unknown in every moment of existence. Okay, I think you are all resonating with these ideas, so you're giving me encouragement to continue. Tomorrow we'll explore the anatomy of experience part 3, and we'll navigate reality through the third sense. Thank you. And it's helpful. My friends, is this helpful? Okay, I actually very grateful for all your feedback. And yes, since a lot of people, particularly Shraddha, is asking about death, please look up the whole series on the mystery of death that I've already done. Thank you, and much gratitude, lots of love, and stay tuned for more. We are ultimately going in the direction of totally dismantling the superstition of matter and materialism and understanding fundamental truth as our own self. You are the universe. Correct? Take care, my friends. Bye for today.